Hi there, and welcome to the 4th episode of the Wind Up Podcast with your hosts, Juswin Judge
and Hugo Capelki. Today we're here with two very special guests, Kayla Valdez and Grace Humes. Thank you guys for coming on the show.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Justin and I have been needing some advice when it comes to Valentine's Day and getting Valentines.
Actually, Hugo and I have never had Valentines before, so this is a...
Speak for yourself, Justin. I've had a Valentine.
Who's your Valentine been?
She goes to another school.
Oh, yeah. Well, outside of the 3rd grade, Hugo and I have not gotten lucky on Valentine's Day, so we thought we'd bring these lovely ladies in and have them give us some advice about, how to get a Valentine. So, we wanted to bring a diverse group in, so we brought one girl who will have a Valentine this year, and one that will, not.
Well, we don't know yet.
Well, we don't know.
But this is a confirmed
Yeah, this is a confirmed Valentine.
We do have a confirmed Valentine.
So we thought we'd just get both of your perspectives to kind of see, what can a guy do to, be a girl's Valentine. So, Grace, let's start off with you. What did your lucky guy do to ask you to be his Valentine?
He kind of asked me super casually. I think we were out getting ice cream, and it was more of a, formality, I suppose.
So in your opinion, in a relationship, do you think that there should be a date you go on and then it's asked? Or do you think it should just be, spontaneous?
I think it depends. I mean, both are special. I don't think it needs to be a big ordeal when I know it's coming. And I mean, most guys that are in relationships, I shouldn't say his name. I talked to a guy and he didn't even know he had to ask. And I mean, I don't know. So I think it's just extra special when you do ask your girlfriend, just so she feels special during Valentine's Day. But most guys don't even think to ask. So.
Okay, sure.
I don't think it necessarily needs to be a big deal.
Okay, for sure. And so now that we know what someone in a relationship would do, Kayla, and you can chime in on this too, how would you want a guy to ask you to be his Valentine if you weren't necessarily in a relationship, maybe you were just friends before?
Well, we spend every day at school, so if I'm saying we're at school and this guy's trying to ask me, I don't want it to be in the middle of class. It doesn't need to be anything crazy. I think we can both agree confidence in when he's asking you is really important.
Sure.
When he's sure of what he wants, it makes the girl feel more oh my gosh, he likes me.
Wanted. When he knows what he wants. Yeah.
So confidence is key.
Confidence is key, not arrogance, but confidence. And then I kind of have it pictured in my head where I walk out to my car, if you drive, I walk out to my car and there's just some flowers, nothing crazy, nothing expensive, just some tulips on my car, and then a little card, and then he could be there. He could walk around and be will you be my Valentine? Because that way it's not in front of everyone, but it's also he wasn't trying to hide from his friends either.
Yeah, it's enough in the public. Yeah.
Now, gentlemen,
And it's easy.
Watching this podcast, if you want Kayla to be your Valentine,
Now you know what to do.
There you go.
Yeah.
Tulips.
Tulips, I guess. So why tulips? Are they just your favorite flower?
Yeah, I mean they're kind of spring.
Tulips.
They're pretty. I don't know.
Now,
Lots of
do you
colors.
think,
Ooh.
for either of you, a gift should come with the proposal of being a Valentine?
Not necessarily.
No.
I mean, it could. It's not
People are so different. Some
So-
people need an actual object, and some people are no, words are
And that can
my
vary because some people
Right.
like giving, some people don't.
Yeah,
And
it's
I was
true.
just gonna say love language. If you're in a
Yeah.
relationship and you know that your significant other has a specific love language, cater to that. But I mean, if it's just anyone and you're asking a friend, I don't think anyone would be mad at a gift or not a gift.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I
I don't
mean,
think it's necessary.
yeah, and you'll know the person. If you like the person, you know them well enough, whether
Yeah, maybe
or
a
not
little
they
inside
want.
joke or something.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So, the Wind Up podcast does have a lot of diverse viewers, and for those ladies who want to ask out a lucky guy on Valentine's Day, how would you go about asking out a Valentine?
What should we expect? Not us specifically, but we as men
unless you're
expect.
interested.
I am. I do like to give gifts. That's one of my love languages. So I think, something small. I don't think guys need big, extravagant
What makes you say that?
Valentine's proposals based on what we talked about yesterday.
Well, maybe I want flowers or something. Because then, if if you give a guy flowers, he can give them to his mom.
Oh god.
Okay, me not being in a relationship. I don't know. I mean, I love giving gifts, but
Yeah.
like, guys are a little more challenging just because everyone's so different,
Mhm.
and you don't want to you don't want to offend them or embarrass them, but you want them to feel like you care.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What
I
would
think-
you want?
Yeah,
See, I think flowers are great because in the average man's life, the first time he'll get flowers is his funeral.
I heard that.
So-
It's so hard.
So get a guy flowers, and 2, he can give them to his mom. Because like if a girl got me flowers for Valentine's Day, then I would either 1 give them to my dad, who would give them to my mom, or if my dad already like covered that, then I would give them to my mom. And then and she doesn't even have to know it's from the girl, so like it's pretty easy. Like you're making it easier for the guy too, I'd say. But I think getting flowers is great. Now, honestly, do I care about flowers? No. I'd say like
Maybe make a little photo or something of you guys. Like print out a photo, write a card.
I would
give
like
it
a
to
little
them.
photo and a little note maybe.
Yeah, or like a
Handwritten
friendship
note,
bracelet.
just very sentimental.
Or like,
actually, I'm gonna take back what I said about flowers. If you want a guy to be your Valentine, bake something. I'd say.
Yes.
Like I know Hugo's
That
a big
will do
cupcake
it.
guy. Personally, I like brownies, cookies, whatever. But I'm not gonna lie. If you make me cookies and ask me to be your Valentine, like
do we have to make
Let's
them
see
or
what
can we buy them?
I love baking, so I would bake them.
If you're
But
a baker, bake
but
them.
like,
If you're not a
yeah.
baker, it's all right.
Yeah.
But
if you're not a
That's
baker,
actually
that's like
something I'm
someone in your
doing
family.
for Valentine's Day.
Okay,
Oh,
so a
okay.
real life experience.
Yeah. So well, I mean, oh my god, dude. Like I love food. I'd actually say yeah, flowers, like whatever. Bake a guy something if you
Okay.
want to be your Valentine. I think
Alright.
like personally that would.
Do I
be
just
the
like
best.
run up to you and just like, here, eat this? Will you be my Valentine? Like, what do you want me to say?
Maybe you could like.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know.
what's your ideal
That wouldn't make you like.
Valentine's asking? Like if a girl came up to you and asked you, when would you want her to do it? How would you want her to do
Okay, well, actually, I'm gonna talk about like I'd say both because I know for guys, like a biggest fear when like asking, when even talking to a girl is like when they like are like walking with their
Right.
friends in a pack, right?
Heard it up.
Yeah, I know, and I think like I'd say on average, guys walk alone like more than girls. Like I feel like honestly, I probably have a lot of opportunity to walk through the halls with my friends to class, but I just don't because I just walk to class. I don't know. But like I feel like all girls travel together, so it's like difficult. But like for me personally, like I don't care. Just don't make it like awkward. I guess honestly, confidence like for girls, like everybody's like, oh, your guy needs to be confident. I feel like that's true in girls too, right?
I think it is.
But but I don't like hate like when people are being awkward. It's not like the worst.
I think there's a difference between
Like, it's a deal
awkward
breaker.
and nervous.
Yeah.
I think awkward will affect the whole situation and make everybody awkward.
Cute
It's
when
cute
they're
when they're
awkward.
I think
nervous.
I think
I think
nerves
it's sweet.
nerves are they're
It means you
cute
care.
for women.
You
as
think
well.
so? Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it just shows they care. Usually.
Aw.
Yeah.
So it's nice.
Thank you. I hope people are asking each other out.
So like,
I know.
so now we know how to like get a Valentine, right? Hugo and I, we've gotten Valentines, right?
Secured.
Secured.
What do we
Try
do
them
now?
out.
Like, what's like, how should you take
Where
someone
do
out
we
on
take that? Like, are we
Valentine's
thinking
Day?
Wait,
expensive? Are we
okay.
thinking casual?
I've always wondered this, but when you ask someone to be your Valentine, does that just automatically mean that you have to go out on like a date?
I think
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's
that's
implied.
the point.
I mean, I feel like at this age,
Like, why would
Okay.
I ask
Okay.
somebody to be my Valentine and then not go out with them? I
Oh, maybe when you're asking, you should clarify that.
Yeah,
It's
because
like, be my
I
Valentine,
might
what does that
not
mean for
realize
you?
like, oh, you and I want to like we have
Mm.
plans now Wednesday night. Like I might not realize that.
mm-hmm.
So maybe you have to kind of clarify.
Mm.
Okay, so what are we gonna do on Valentine's Day? Like something
Okay.
like that.
Right.
Okay.
So you've secured the bag. What do you do now?
Got it.
Okay. I think it's attractive when there's plan and the
Yeah.
whoever's asking has made the plan.
Yeah.
It's not like a drive around. What are we gonna do now situation?
No.
So you have a plan. You know what you're gonna do. Maybe I think dinner's always fun. Doesn't have to be expensive.
Mm-mm.
I mean, like,
You know the girl or guy, like you know.
you know what their maybe you don't know what their favorite foods are, and that's okay if you want to ask.
Yeah.
I think
For sure.
trying to get to know this person to be able to plan a date is attractive as well. It means that you
That's a
care.
good point. And it's
Yeah.
tough in the winter to find things.
Yeah,
It's
Around
like
to
here,
do.
yeah.
It's the worst.
So if you can find something good.
Tips
then-
too. That's like
Tim Stu's a
Tim
classic.
Stu's the
That's a
best, I would
classic.
say. Like, well, would that be like a good Valentine's
I think
Day
yeah,
spot?
I love Tim
think
Stew.
Tim Stew.
And then I mean, there's so many conversations you can have at Tim Stew, just
Yeah.
like based on the type of food you're eating. Like,
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
point, good point.
I
Or
think
like-
it's like when you're getting up, you're not just sitting down and someone's serving you. You like get up. It's
Get
like
up and go
almost an
get your food.
activity
Yeah.
because then you can talk about what you're eating and kind of like, ooh, you
Yeah.
get edamame. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like it's cute.
And honestly, I'd say like for people who don't necessarily like, I don't want to say know their person. Hopefully you know each other, but maybe you don't talk super often, or you hadn't before, or you haven't been dating. Maybe somewhere like Nardo's, like somewhere where there's something to do. Like she said, Tim's too. You get up, but like some Nardo's has an arcade.
Mhm.
What other places like can you eat? Oh, you were talking about Haymarket, right?
Yeah, Haymarket's just like an experience. I swear, like the environment's super. I don't know. Like you're not. It's not like quiet, fancy dinner where it's
Yeah.
kind of. That's where all the nerves settle in. I think when you're getting up and there's maybe music or something to look at.
Because if it's
fill
quiet,
those
and then,
silences.
yeah, you can't
And
talk.
then-
It's like awkward.
It's super awkward.
You can also go to multiple places. So like for dessert, you don't have to stay at that restaurant.
Yeah.
You can move on and go to maybe a more casual location.
I would suggest even going to
Right.
like Dairy Queen and like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
and
keep
all
it
the
light,
sushi.
keep it active.
And then like I think it's sweet when the guy has a plan, or girl, like whoever, but definitely don't make the other person choose. Like I hate when someone's like, you have to choose where we're going to dinner, because I hate that.
Mhm.
So have suggestions, be open to ideas, and just go with it.
So I have a question. Do you think like whoever asks should 100% make the plan? Like assuming the person says yes.
Yeah.
I think
but be
unless stated
flexible,
otherwise.
like-
Well, okay, so I'll tell you an experience that I had, right?
Mhm.
Once, this wasn't Valentine's, but like a girl asked me to like hang out, go on a date, and I said yes. And then like she like told me to pick her up, and then I did, and I guess this is partially my fault, but like then I was like, okay, so what are we doing? Because I guess since she asked me out, I kind of expected her to make the plan. Is that like wrong of me to not?
It's 2024, ladies. Make the plan.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
if she asks
I'm
you out,
down.
you should make the plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think for
100%.
guys, if you're asking a girl out, you should make like a good plan.
I think
Like you could say like,
Yeah.
well, what? Like I'm asking Grace out. I'm like, okay, and she agrees, and I'm like, okay, well, what do you want to do, or do you want me to plan it? Like you could say something like
yeah,
that.
like I mean, you can have open communication about it. It doesn't
Okay.
need to be like a secret or like,
no.
I'm
Yeah.
picking you up. I mean, that's kind of fun too. But like
Yeah.
I'm picking you up at 7:30, and then like they have no idea. Like you can communicate about it, but I think it's attractive to have a plan for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
For sure. All right.
It's kind of like the same thing with friends. I feel like.
Yeah.
Like if I asked Kayla to hang out, like I wouldn't expect her to be like, okay, so we're doing this, this, and this.
Yeah. No.
So it's
Yeah.
similar.
Now on your Valentine's Day date, depending where it is,
Mhm.
what are you thinking for like dress code? Like you want a little, fancier, you go casual.
I guess it depends on the plans, but right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess.
Like
If
every
you're going to
restaurant
like
has a dress
Nardos,
code.
I mean, I wouldn't wear like a dress or something.
Yeah. Especially in the winter, like again, like in the summer, I'd probably throw a dress on like every other day.
Mm-hmm.
But
All right, final question. What should the end of the night look like? And is it a smart move to kiss on the first date?
Well, Valentine's Day, so sure.
I think you feel the energy. I mean,
Yeah.
if the dates went well, like you know it's gonna be,
yes, you both are on the same page.
What if you're not on the same page? Like, think about like
There's
people
nothing wrong with
who don't have
asking.
chemistry.
I feel like there's nothing wrong with asking.
There's nothing wrong with like
Casually asking. Don't sit down and have a
So like
full
you're saying
conversation.
goodbye, and you're like, can I give you a kiss? If she
Yes.
says no, then like that sucks.
Okay,
But,
so
like,
where's the location
my
to
bad.
rent?
I don't know.
So if I'm like dropping her off at her house,
Mhm.
should I like go up to the door with her and then do that, or should it be in the car and then just let her walk to the house? Or like, because I'm not gonna lie, right? Like ring doorbells are a thing now. So do I really want like to go up to a door with a girl and have her parents see us mac? I don't really think personally I would.
I think it's perfectly okay for you to say goodbye in the car.
I
I
agree.
mean, that's perfectly fine. Unless
Yeah,
the
I don't want
energy
my
is different.
parents
I don't
on
know.
my ring camera.
And a lot can happen in a car.
Cut that out! No! No!
Very, very, absolutely not.
No!
Kiss, say
No.
goodbye, you're done.
No!
Right, Grace? Kiss, say goodbye?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, wait. So you would say it's like bad if there's anything more than a kiss.
No, you have to feel it out. Grace is in a committed relationship. This is the first night I have gone out with a guy.
So in the
I'm
end,
personally,
of
my
why?
personal opinion is I'm just gonna kiss the guy.
Oh, okay.
okay,
And I
I
feel
think that's
like
fair. I think that's fair.
Most
I think a lot of
girls
girls
would
would,
feel
yeah.
the same way.
If
And
I were to go on a
I mean,
first
play it
date,
safe. That's my thing. Play it safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
Like-
but
Do
Okay.
it real
I will end with one final question. Last thing, how long after the date should the guy or girl should someone respond and be like, "Hey, I had a great time"? Should it be like 15 minutes, a couple hours, the next morning, never? What's the obviously not never, but
That's so tough.
I mean, again, it just all depends on how the date went. I think usually when I like get out of someone's car, no matter who it is, I always say just like text me when you get home safe.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like if the guy got home and was like, "Hey, I'm home. I had a great night." That's like that's super sweet, super chill. What just happened?
I don't know what that was, but I don't know. I feel like
What do you like? Do you agree? Or no?
I totally agree. I mean, like, say best case scenario is great date. Say those things. Honestly, if it wasn't a great date, there's nothing wrong with like, let's say he offered to pay for my food. I'm gonna say, hey, thank you for dinner. Like that was sweet. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Like I had a great time. If you had a great time, if you didn't have a good time, don't say that, but still say thank you. Like just be.
Yeah, for
There's
sure.
people, like-
I feel like I've fallen into a bad habit where I won't text people until the next day after.
Yeah, it's next day for me.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, like, we have Snapchat, so if you start Snapchatting right away, then, like, you should say something, because then it just, like, reassures that it was great. But if you don't Snapchat or text, then, yeah, the next morning, that's fine.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
fine. I mean,
Alright.
Like,
yeah, if you're not actively like
I-
in communication with this person, I think the next morning is completely fine.
Yeah.
I just like morning because it gives it time to breathe. A
Yeah.
little bit, you
That's
know.
fine.
Just
Sure.
I mean, yeah, you could always like say that like, oh, I had a great night, and then maybe start a new conversation the next day, or like,
Mhm.
you know what I mean, or
For
like,
sure.
I don't know.
You know what drives me crazy, though, is when a guy has, like, sports early the next morning, and they won't go on their phone till, like, 6 o'clock at night.
Okay,
And
well,
the
see,
girl
that happens to
doesn't
me all
know
the
that.
time.
So that's when, like, maybe you would be like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to text her, so I'm gonna just send this now, or I'm gonna send it in the morning, and then she'll wake up and see it, instead of waiting till 9 o'clock the next night.
Yeah.
Alright.
Because then that just.
Because
it's
I mean,
like,
I know I overthink. I'm sure a lot of
everyone
people
overthinks at some
overthink.
point in their life.
So then you're like, oh my god, he hasn't texted me in like 24
Like,
hours.
we hate each other.
I
Yeah.
hated it. It was terrible.
Yeah, for
Alright,
sure.
I got you.
So,
All right.
okay.
Well, thank you guys so much. And now I know Hugo and I will be sure to get us some Valentines now after this awesome advice. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.